Hey guys, it's 4 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. As always, my name is Benjamin, and this is Microstream, which is my weekly stream from my home microscope. And sometimes I'm sorting through microfossils in sediment, sometimes I'm doing photography. This is one of my photography days. We are looking at several examples and taking photographs of little trilobites that come from the Ordovician of Missouri. So these are we'll just call it approximately 455 million years old. In reality, it's somewhere between maybe 466 and 449. I'll have to do a little bit more research into that. As part of the Parent-Teacher Guide to Paleontology, which is the page that I run on Patreon, I write little articles every week. Every other week they're on fossils. And these photographs that I'm taking today are part of both the articles that I write as well as exhibits that I create for my free virtual museum called Shadowbox. And you can download Shadowbox for free right now to beta test on Windows. Hopefully also available for other platforms later this year, but it's an early access program. And yeah, so I'm just going to be taking photographs of, I think in total, 5 of these little trilobites. And this probably won't be a very long stream. I'm just going to be messing around with various zoom settings, various lighting settings, taking my photos. If you're watching this live, you can drop a comment in the chat to say hello, tell me how your day's going. If you have any questions about what we're looking at or any of the projects that I work on. And if not, I will probably, not run my mouth just because I can. But I'll point out, for example, the different fun colored tints that I can apply to this if you want neon colored trilobites, as we all do, I think. But it's been an okay Monday so far. Kind of a long and fraught weekend, but hopefully this week is better. My little cat is running around my ankles right now. I recently got some feedback that people can in fact hear August on the microphone, which I will not apologize for because she is adorable. However, I do apologize for the squeaking chair and, the sounds of my water bottle and stop chewing on that. All the not cute things that the cat does. Such is life. Hopefully sometime this year, if I can manage to land the grad program I'm looking at, I can spend a portion of my stipend on some better recording equipment. But for now, this continues to be the absolute lowest tech, cheapest stream that I can afford to do. And that's the way that it is. And maybe some people even like it that way. I don't know. Just to give a little orientation to trilobites, they have sort of, there's 2 main ways to cut these guys into 3. And I think my mouse appears on the video. Yeah, it does. So, trilobites are named after the 3 lobes that are found on the body, but they're not the ones that by my eye I would divide them to. So the main part up here, the head, quote unquote, is called the cephalon. And then it has a middle part. And sometimes you'll see that reported as like the abdomen. I think it's more often called the thorax, this middle section. And then you have the pygidium here that forms the tail, the lower portion. So when I look at a trilobite, those are the 3 portions that immediately come to my eye. However, trilobites, tri-lobe, three lobes are actually named after the pieces that split it the other way. These subdivisions, the axial lobe in the middle here, and then the left and right pleural lobes. So I guess there are two main ways to divide the trilobite into three. And now you know. Here we've got a decent look, closer look there at the cephalon. Okay, I'm going to swap this guy out with a new specimen. There we go. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so there's a second piece. There's a whole trilobite here, and then an isolated piece here. This is just the pygidium, just the isolated tail of another one. Makes you wonder what happened to the rest of the trilobite, you know? Was it eaten? scavenged on. Partially raptured. I guess we'll never know. Alright, swap this out with the next guy. Okay. Let's see. There's definitely less contrast in this specimen as opposed to the other ones. You can still see the outline of the trilobite, but it's not quite as clear. Swap again. go. Okay. All right. Last specimen. This one has multiple trilobites. So it's not super visible, but there is a second trilobite right here, just a partial shell. think that is our set of photographs. Let me just go through and review them real quick. Trilobites are really fun. I haven't spent a ton of time working with them. One of the really cool parts of the Parent-Teacher Guide to Paleontology is giving myself an excuse to sit down and learn more about different groups that maybe I don't encounter in the rocks near me, haven't had a chance to professionally work with. And I have definitely learned a lot. If you are a subscriber to PT Paleo on Patreon, which only costs $3 a month, I think is very reasonable. You get one new article per week, and you can bet that you will be seeing an article on these guys before too long. If you want to check out plenty of content for free, again, my virtual museum Shadowbox is available to download on Steam. Right now you can beta test it for Windows. Hopefully additional platforms will be added soon. I am a paleontologist, not a game developer in the strict sense, so I'm learning all of that as I go. Alright guys, thanks for watching Microstream, and I will see you next week.